Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our daily Liverpool news show live stream. If you're new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool as it goes throughout the day in the coming weeks. Transfer news, pre-match, post-match shows as well for your fellow Reds around the globe. Make sure you do hit that follow button. If you're on Facebook, the subscribe button as well. If you're new on YouTube, and if you don't mind dropping a like on the video, very much does help the channel and all the content, and I really do appreciate all the support as always, Reds. Hopefully having a lovely couple of days. Let me know what you've been up to in the comment section below. If you've been enjoying the Euros, very much so. Fantastic spectacle. We've not been bored watching the football, whether you want to watch England, whether you don't, but it's been a decent game. Couple of Portugal and France getting knocked out very early on, a lot more earlier than a lot of us all have expected. I had Portugal in the sweep, and then that's just gone up in flames, really, in terms of that. But let me know your thoughts on today's stories, everyone. We'll be going through Kylian Mbappe, Rafa to Everton. And if there's any Everton fans jumping on the video or getting involved in the live stream, I know there's a lot of decent Everton fans out there. If you're being respectful, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I know there'll be a lot of, very much, and rightly so, a lot of disgruntled Everton fans in terms of the appointments. Got a couple of Everton mates that are basically put in their season tickets to put them back to the club. Obviously, because they can't stand seeing Rafa Benitez at the helm of Everton Football Club, and right, so everyone's entitled to opinion. But this is why it made me show if you're blue or if you're red or if you're outside the point of view as well. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's stories in terms of an outside point of view. But Andrew, hi lads, how was your day been? Not been too bad, Andrew. Thank you very much for dropping on the live stream, mate. And every single one is, if you are watching this on the repeat, the videos do get uploaded, so you can fast forward, rewind, and all that. And yeah, absolute legends. But thank you, Andrew, absolute legends. We'll get straight into the news stories now, everyone. It's a quick one on Joe Gomez, as you can see there. He just recently got married to his childhood sweetheart, really. I think they met in school very much, so it's a great love story. Not some of us are as lucky as Joey, but absolutely fantastic to see anyways. He's a phenomenal centre back, but he's an absolute cracking lad by the looks of it. But yeah, well done, Joey. Absolute legend, and hopefully you can stay fit this season. But all the best to you there, mate, from all the Reds. And a sad story really originating that broke obviously the great result England did have, but the sad passing of a Chelsea fan, Charlie, as you can see here, go on the statement. Our darling Charlie was suddenly taken from us on Tuesday, the 29th of June, as Harry Kane scored the second goal for England. He was watching his local pub surrounded by his friends and family, and he was suddenly collapsed. The emergency services worked, obviously, for the next couple of hours, and he sadly passed away. He was only 29 years old. He was very much a passionate supporter of Chelsea Football Club, and obviously the England national team as well. But yeah, R.I.P. Charlie Norton. Anyway, thoughts and prayers very much do go out to him and his family, obviously on behalf of all the Liverpool fans around the world. Deepest sympathies to him and his family. But yeah, thinking of you there, everyone, of his family. R.I.P. Charlie. But it's and just Ragnar Klavan. Well, just a quick one to note on this. Ragnar Klavan, really sorry, everyone, just lost my cursor. He has moved back to his hometown, very much his hometown team anyway. Let's quickly get the link. Former Liverpool defender Ragnar Klavan has returned to his native Estonia after 3 years in Italy with Klavan. Obviously, we do remember him very fondly with that goal against Burnley. Yeah, absolute legends. He will go down in folklore. We've got some mad defenders, haven't we? Kyriakos, you can name a whole host of them anyway. To get to Willow, his comments is, apologies, mates. Would help if I actually got the screen up. There you go. As you can see there, everyone. Apologies about that. Cheers, Will. I'll get your comments up in a sec, mate. Apologies you didn't see that. Let's get those previous. Yeah, as you can see, Joe Gomez and his girlfriend, as I was speaking about there, and sadly, obviously, the Chelsea fan Charlie sadly passing away. Thoughts go out to him and his family. Ragnar Klavan moving to his Estonia, his local hometown Estonia team, and we'll very much discuss that. Willow, that's a little bit. Yeah, imagine giving up a season ticket for a stupid reason. That it's some of the lads have done that. Willow, if you want to believe it or not, lad, but it's mad, isn't it? Nice one, lad. Absolute legend. Appreciate it, matey. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Alisson, Van Dijk, Fabinho, and Alisson and Salah are getting prioritised by Liverpool on the Twitch podcast. Yeah, obviously, if you're not aware, Fabrizio's got his new Twitch podcast anyway, catching up with me and Dave and the lads anyway, doing our podcast on the RIP and condolences to his family and friends. Obviously, Charlie, the Chelsea fan that sadly passed away. So yeah, Klavan's on the move. He's went back to his native Estonia, which is great. Obviously, happy retirement for him in a couple of years. But yeah, after 3 years in Calgary, I think he's very much enjoyed his time there. And just the final 3 stories now, everyone. I wanted to gauge your thoughts. I haven't spoke to you in quite a while anyway, but there was a very much a mixed bag. I was speaking to a couple of my mates. A couple of them were happy with the appointment of Rafa from their point of view as Everton fans, and the other half were very much disgruntled. Rightly so, because obviously the classic saying from Rafa a couple of seasons ago, he quoted Everton as very much a small club in terms of that, but I think he's a great manager for me, from my point of view personally. I know it's easy to sit on the Liverpool side of things, but it was years since he's last managed Liverpool Football Club, and he's a manager with a vast history and record, really, of winning trophies, and I think all the best to Rafa. But it will be a very difficult job to, obviously, on the pitch. It's going to be massive to turn around this Everton side and push them really forward in the future and getting them high up the table. But he's a manager that is very much capable. He's got the assets as a manager, he's got the experience, and he's got the quality to manage. But it's whether the Everton fans give him enough time, because obviously Everton fans demand so much from the football club, and especially if the results aren't going Rafa's way. I think that the Everton fans will very much, rightly so, if one of them, they will definitely get on his back. And yet to say that Everton fans weren't pleased, it was an underestimation, really. Obviously, the club made a decision, but I think there was a large portion of Everton fans very disgruntled with the decision. To a point, Rafa, the ex-Liverpool manager, but all the best to Rafa from a point of view anyway. I think he'll do a phenomenal job at the football club. Obviously, he loves Liverpool. He's done a lot of charity work as well. Yes, he's managed Liverpool, but he's very much lived over in the Wirral for a couple of years, and all the charity work and work in which he does for Liverpool as a city, a lot of that doesn't get documented, because he's not a person that really highlights all the stuff, the charity work. He's not really too bothered. He wants to focus on the charity and the amazing work in which he's done in the city. But obviously, it's great to see him back in the city. All the best. But as long as Liverpool Football Club are winning trophies, that's all we've got to focus on ourselves. That's all we can do. But whatever happens with Rafa 11, all the best to him anyway. And just hopefully, and we've seen it when he was at Chelsea, didn't we, Reds? And he won them the Europa League, and very much he kind of won a couple of fans over. But at the end of the day, very much the fan base at Chelsea was very much split, and I think it very much will be at Everton as well. I don't think you'll ever see an Everton fan openly admit that they're happy seeing Rafa, because that's wrong. He's managed Liverpool in the history, but from my point of view, I'm not speaking for anyone else, but other than me, all the best to Rafa anyway. Jasmine, how are you doing, matey? Thank you very much for tuning in, fella. How's your night been, mate? Hopefully you had a lovely day anyway. Jordan Sancho, let me know your thoughts on this, Reds. He has more or less moved to Manchester United, and the repercussions, really. What does this mean for the rest of the Premier League. I think when I was speaking to Dave, when I was speaking to all you in the comment section below, I had aiming to get to your comments in a second, mate. Absolute legend. It's what it means for the whole clubs around Europe, because there's a lot of money dangling in Borussia Dortmund's back pocket now. Whether they give Haaland a new brand spanking new contract, try and tie him down and try and get a bit more money for him if a club is to come in for him. But I know Chelsea very much after Haaland. That's so much. I think Dortmund will be very much absolutely minted if they did get rid of Sancho and Haaland. But there's going to be so much money flying, and I think this is just more or less a domino effect. Now we'll see Sancho move officially to Manchester United. I know they did tweet about it. Just waiting confirmation after the Euros, as they did say in the announcement. But this probably will have a domino effect around clubs all around Europe. Possibly with Liverpool doing their transfers. You never know, but there you go. Transfers hinge on one another, so we'll have to wait and see. What's your thoughts on that, Reds? Do you have anyone to see this Sancho deal having an impact on a lot of other transfers around Europe? Or do you think Liverpool will keep it quite quiet in terms of the potential transfer pursuits? Apologies, everyone. Let's get to Eamon's comments. Hello, fellow Reds. Rafa would do a decent job at Everton, in my opinion. Probably a Euro Conference League spot at best. Eamon, very much so, mate. I know everyone goes, we went to China and he done all right at Newcastle, but the expectations when you come into bigger clubs in the league, it's going to be a bigger pressure compared to what he was at Everton. I think he will definitely get them into Europe, mate. I don't think they'll get in the Champions League straight away, but if he gets backed, Rafa's got a vast knowledge when he was at Real Madrid in the academy, really getting promoted through the ranks as a manager. Comes to Liverpool, Valencia, winning the La Liga title, and a lot of other massive trophies around Europe. So I very much agree with that, Eamons. Nathan, evening, mate. Cheers, Nathan. Hope you're having a lovely night, mate. Let us know, Reds, as well, if you enjoyed the Euros. I know I was speaking to Dave before. Absolute legends for everyone that tuned in. I very much thoroughly enjoyed that Switzerland game. I was always saying I had Portugal in my sweep, but it's great that even if you don't watch England games, the games have been very exciting. There's been no boring games, and the use of VAR has been absolutely spot on, which is refreshing to see. But nice one, Nathan, matey. Even Jack, I hope my laptop battery lasts for your video. I'll try and be as quick as I can, Helen. I really do appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having a lovely evening, Helen. I really do appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. And for everyone that is clicking on the video after, we'll we'll get to. So obviously that was me discussing Jadon Sancho anyway. Your thoughts? Do you think it will have a bigger impact in the clubs on Liverpool's potential transfer? We'll be doing a couple of transfer window videos in a couple of days anyway, in the coming days. So let me know your thoughts on that. Interesting, very interesting. A lot of money for Jadon Sancho. Very good player anyway, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And just a quick one. It wouldn't be a transfer video without doing Mbappe. Just a quick one. This comes from the Echo, really, in terms of the latest reports. Bear with me 1 second, Reds. And then we'll shoot off just before Helen's laptop does die. It wasn't going to be a long one tonight, but this report from the Echo, I think we will see a bit more of this news coming through tomorrow afternoon, and in more breaks, I'll let you know. Coming from the Echo tonight, French publication L'Equipe is reporting that Kylian Mbappe has informed certain individuals at Paris Saint-Germain that he will not be signing a contract extension at the club. Apparently, reported via French Football News, claim don't look too much into them. They're all right with some news, but not the best in certain areas. Claim certain individuals at PSG have been informed that the player, as it stands, does not want to sign a contract extension. Supposedly, the 20-year-old Frenchman, he's won all the titles, but a recent report claimed that Mbappe favours a move to Liverpool. Apparently, if he wants to make a switch to the Premier League. However, Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp has regularly played down the speculation, linking his side with a move for the World Cup star winner. So let me know your thoughts on that, Reds. This story, until Mbappe either A, signs a new deal. B, goes to Real Madrid. Or C, comes to Liverpool. No, until all this is I think I can't wait until the day whoever signs Mbappe, hopefully it's us, but I don't think it'll happen. We've already discussed this. But when this lad either signs a new contract, goes to Real Madrid or goes to whoever, as long as it's not Man City or Manchester United or Chelsea, then sound. But and all this nonsense that happens after the final whistle, if you missed it and you haven't seen the news, originating off the back of, obviously we've just been discussing the Switzerland game. It was Andrew Rabiot. His mum is his agent, and she was in the stands, and she was very much giving Kylian Mbappe's entourage, his family members, a mouthful, basically saying he's got a big ego, he needs to sort his head out in his attitude. And Paul Pogba's family was there as well in the technical area, in the stands when France got knocked out, and very much giving them down the banks, really, in French. Not gonna do a Joey Barney and sit here and go, hey, hello, bonjour. But yeah, that was later, so that was interesting. If he does move on out the door. How you doing, Latham? Really do appreciate you tuning in, matey, and every single one of you. If you don't mind dropping a like on the video, very much does help the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, if you've just jumped on a live stream now, Reds, you can rewind it and obviously start from the beginning. But yeah, we'll just quickly recap on and conclude on all these stories now, Reds. Obviously, we had Joey Gomez getting married. Obviously, the sad passing of a Chelsea fan, Charlie. Thoughts and prayers go out to all his family. And his closest. Really sad what happened. So thoughts and prayers to his family from all the Liverpool fans around the world. Obviously, Ragnar going back to his native Estonia. A discussion about Rafa. Let us know your thoughts on that. Sancho going to Man United will have a bigger impact on all the bigger deals around Europe. And obviously the final one, Kylian Mbappe. What are your thoughts on that? Mbappe will come, I think, as Nike are willing to stump some of the fee. Fingers crossed, tell them. if Nike sell all their kits as they're hoping for Liverpool, then FSG and not just Nike will be minted. So yeah, just look at the price tags on these kits. I never listen to Mbappe delivering nonsense. Never going to happen. And on that note, Eamon, I'd very much agree with that, mate. Appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your night's, Reds. Always get the hiccups when I'm on live. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your night. And I will be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. So as always, if you don't get a notification, I'll be very much... the video should be on the channel anyway. But everyone, I'll speak to you tomorrow. And you'll never walk alone. Thank you to all for all the support, as always, Reds. I'll also quickly get to Ben's comment before we do shoot off there. I'm happy for Rafa back on Merseyside, as he calls home, and he's finally back with his family. People call him a snake and a rat, are forgetting how much he's done for charities. Very much so, Latham. We did touch on that before, mate. Absolutely spot on there, Latham. Cheers, Jack. You're very welcome, Eamon. Appreciate every single one for tuning in. Will have great, Jack. Everyone, have a lovely rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the channel, on Facebook, whatever platform you follow us on. But keep safe and well, Reds, and you'll never walk alone.